Hello everyone. Today we'll start off with the part 1 of chapter 1, Introduction to Partnership and Partnership Final Account. In the first part, we'll be learning the meaning and definition of partnership, features of partnership, partnership deed, its importance and content, provision of Partnership Act 1932. First we'll go for the meaning and definition. A sole proprietor runs a business solely, alone, and to expand the business, capital, managerial ability, speciality, stability, etc. are required. To fulfill these requirements, two or more persons or competent comes together to run the business with a view to share profits and losses. So, it means, partnership means it's an organization where there is an association of two or more persons coming together to carry on business with a view to share profits and losses of a firm. It can also be defined by Indian Partnership Act as it is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits of the business carried on by all or any one of them acting for all. Next is features. Talking about the features of partnership, the first is agreement. When two partners comes together to run a business, they agreed upon some points, which is called as agreement. An agreement must be written and it is called partnership deed. The agreement which is in written form amongst the partners is called partnership deed. Number 2 is number of partners. Number of partners minimum is 2 and maximum is 50 according to Companies Act 2013. The third one is lawful business. Business must be lawful and partnership does not allow any illegal business. Next, sharing of profits and losses. Definitely the purpose of partnership is to earn maximum profit. And partners have to share profits and losses according to the ratio agreed in the agreement. Profit and loss is shared equally if agreement is silent about it. If partnership deed is silent about the profit sharing ratio, it is shared equally. Next is unlimited liability. Liability of partners can be unlimited, joint or several. If business assets is not sufficient to pay their liabilities, then the partners' personal properties can be used. And insolvent partners' liability can be borne by the solvent partners. Next is registration. Registration is compulsory with effect from 1st April 2005. According to Indian Partnership Act 1932, registration was optional, but it is made compulsory with effect from 1st April 2005 only in Maharashtra. Registration is important as it merely certifies the existence of the firm in the register of registrar. Next, joint ownership and management. No partner can use the business property for the personal purpose as each partner is jointly owned. Next, principal and agent. Each partner is agent of other partner and principal for the outsider in the partnership firm. Next is dissolution. Dissolution. Partnership firm can be dissolved as per the agreement, as per the provision written in partnership deed, or if a partner retires, dies or becomes an insolvent, the partnership firm dissolves. It can also be dissolved if a partner give 14 days prior notice for the dissolution. So that's all about the features. Next is partnership deed. Here you can see a format of partnership deed. As we discussed now, whatever the partners are agreed upon, it is entered in written form on a document named as partnership deed. It is wise document at the time of dispute among the partner. Partnership deed regulates the rights, duties and liabilities of all the partners as well as of the firm. Talking about the contents of partnership deed. Partnership deed contains the name and address of the firm, the main business of partnership firm, name and address of all the partners, and the duration of partnership, capital contribution of the partners, ratios in which the partners are used to share the profits and losses, the rights, duties and liabilities of the partners, provisions related to admission, retirement, death, etc. of a partner, rate of interest on capital, loan, drawings, salaries and commissions payable to the partners, settlement of account on the time of dissolution, methods of settlement of disputes among the partners, and any other matter related to the business. The next is provision of Indian Partnership Act 1932. Any issue among the partners can be solved under the provision in Partnership Act 1932. The section 12 and 17 are applicable for the issues like distribution of profits. Definitely if the partnership deed is silent, the profit sharing ratio will be equal among the partners. The second, interest on drawings. As per the provision of Indian Partnership Act, if the date of drawing is not given, then the average of 6 months interest is charged on drawings. Number 3, interest on partner's loan. If the partner provides additional amount as loan to the business and the rate of interest on the loan is not mentioned, then 6% per annum interest is allowed. Next, interest on capital. If partnership deed is silent about interest on capital, the interest is not allowed. Next is salary and commission of partners. If any provision is made in partnership deed, then only the partners are entitled to get the salary or commission on the agreed base. And the last, admission of a new partner. Outside person is not allowed to admit in the firm until it brings to the consent of the existing partners. It means the existing partners must know they must discuss for the admission of new partner. Okay, that's it about the first part of the first lesson. We'll meet soon inshallah in the second part. Thank you.